Fame leading this charge, barreling his way towards this site. It's a beautiful flash shot to Seven, who's unable to duel anyone here. Yemi towards water, good for one. Is a trade back and forth, which Snowy is able to come out on top. On the flip side, of course, we've got more players dropping into water, but Snowy able to double down. Can't quite triple down, though. As he goes into a 2 versus 2, he backs away. Let's now see who's able to come out on top, with HAVU having to retake not one, but 2 sites in this round. And as they shift their way forward through CT, I think K23 are fully expecting the take to come through Con and not through CT. So for AdreN, he's going to have to take a 2v1 on this angle, but he is playing a bit of a tight angle. I mean, he can't just hide. ZOREE swings into him. AdreN, is he able to get away? Oh, he can do one better. He gets the first 7 to trade, but for 7, that clock is sticking down. He needs to find neaLaN, and damn quickly. neaLaN actually playing the position to try and duel like 7 as he taps that bomb once. From behind, though, he makes a few shots, but he whiffs so hard. 7 says to finish the job as neaLaN's unable to find the conversion. And for 7, that'll be a defuse. That's the first round for HAVU, and I tell you what, Josh, that was a massive blunder on neaLaN's behalf.
In absolute HAVU, they take it 1-0 by a very, very thin thread. And that nade, that does a hell of a lot of damage. Fame does respond with a nice headshot, but a secondary HE finishes him off to take control of short, completely incognito as they shift up. And xseveN needs to be careful as he peeks. He's caught out in the open. Mo's able to eliminate. And now jemi, a lot falls onto his shoulders. He finds the first with the format. It's all about delaying. There's 15 seconds left on this clock. And as they press in, the incendiary is going to add complications. Mo finds another, but jemi doubles down. The kill comes in, and all of a sudden, we're in a 2-on-1. And ZOREE, he needs to try and clutch this up, but he can't do so. neaLaN from behind. And K23, they take it one to catch out any of these rotations. But no one here from K23 is rotating through connector. Instead, they're wrapping all the way back from the T-spawn. Beautiful opening pick there from AdreN, but it's traded by sLowi. And in a 4-on-4, K23 are going to hit this B site.
That they do, and as Norbert leads this charge, flashes go down. Norbert, he's going to try and dance around the pillar. He still can't quite do so, though, as Fame's there to shut down sLowi. On the flip side, 7, he's good for 1. He doubles down onto Norbert. Well, he makes it 3 onto neaLaN. Mo to trade again, and now in a 1.
And in that time, ZOREE's found himself an AK-2. He's in a prime position to deny this plant, and as soon as he taps in the digits, ZOREE gives it.
Charge, and with having a bit of reliance on the deagle, let's see if he gets that one shot. Nope. He does. The scout's there to assist him, and now with a man advantage, K23 explodes towards this site. 7 the only man who can really trade them. As the smokes go down, the flashes land above him. He's ready for players to go through the smoke, but 2 go through at once is damage, but it's no killers. Fame's able to find another. He doubles down onto ZOREE and leaves it all on Aerial. And right now, with this to and fro from either side, when you do exchange rounds like this, it's always the T side that come out on top, especially now when they keep
on Aerial, who has just gone for this save call. We will see HAVU most likely force into the next as well. And there we go. Another kill found. That's that UMP out of the equation. But as he starts to fall back towards long, he needs to be very careful. And now he's on such low health. He loses the duel. AdreN will happily upgrade his A.
Like last time. K23, though, they go for the straight B here. The other man's trying to defend now is 7. Beautiful flash allows him to swing into them. He's good for 1. Trade there. Yemi to double down, though, also 2 more. Down to a 4-on-3. The util continues to force K23 out of position as we see the follow-up swing. neaLaN there to come out on top. Down to a 3-on-3. HAVU, the rotators are coming in. They're desperately trying to get to this site in time. And for ZOREE, he's going to be that crux, that pivot point to get HAVU onto this site.
Well, a 3-on-3, but I think we can all see who's the favoured side here in terms of the HP. As the flash comes over, neaLaN, he's absolutely bombarded. This leaves Mo and AdreN in a very, very tricky spot. As they start to creep up, we see this man advantage still. The smoke, it goes on the bomb sLowi. He's going to tap it. In fact, he's even going to hold it with that Molotov down and the holds coming through. And Aerial actually finds both. The Molotov, it finishes Mo, and the headshot finishes AdreN. 4-3, HAVU, that's a beautiful retake. Fallen away, and Aerial, he's still focused on long, not aware that that smoke's faded, and there we go, completely punished.
A peek from Map to help out, but help out to what avail? And as the flash goes out, here's some re-aggression. Fame, he too's caught out. It's a 1-for-1 trade, 0 damage done to the remaining 4 members. However, with 30 seconds left, it spurs on the attack from K23, who get ready for this full assault towards the site. All of them positioned in kind. AdreN to lead this charge. He whiffs pretty badly on that spread, sLowi punishes for it, but the AWP can't trade. With 15 seconds left now, they've got to bob it towards B. They need this assault to work. And for Yemi, what can he do from this position? It's 3 times now he's been caught out. ZOREE's trade onto neaLaN, though, makes it a level pegging. And as the bomb goes down now, Norbert, can he trade onto the remainder? No, he can't. The smoke is perfect. So with that, Norbert looks to try to catch out sLowi. And mid-air, sLowi hits him as he rains death from above, leaving Mo alone in a 1 versus 3. Scopes him on the close ramp, ready for the players to peek into him, and as ZOREE teases this peek as he gets ready for this attack. There's a first kill from Mo. Tries to double down, hits the second shot onto sLowi now. 1 versus 1 with 7. Can he hold firm? He knows that bomb's been tapped, but he does not peek into it. He's playing the patience game, and 7, he's been played like a fiddle. 7 swings into it. It's a missed shot from Mo. He's punished for it, and for Mo, a damn close round, but it isn't enough. HAVU.
Same can't be said for them as another B rush comes in.
Well, Yemi, what can he do from this close angle? Instantly caught out by Fabe, and with that now 7, what can he do on the flip side? Mollies go down, Yuto goes forward, and with that, it's a bit of spam damage done either way. areL comes out on top, shuts down, more puts it down into a 3-on-3. neaLaN then finish the job onto areL, so to get the next set of the matter. And in this 2-on-3 now, Mo picks up that bomb, he pushes his way forward. It's a missed shot there when ZOREE punished with damage. Mo switches to the AWP now, feeling a bit more confident, and nobody changes it back to the AK. So that kill on AdreN though should spur Mo forward. He knows where both members are. He just needs to land these kills now. So the first man to peek it off. That man's damn quick, Josh.
Survive, he'll fall away. And with that, K23, they'll start to take some control here towards toilets, but areL does spun out
areL ready for the initial peak. He's got Norbert and neaLaN to challenge, and as 7 goes a bit needlessly aggressive, FameZ there to shut him down. Now into a 4-on-4, 4-on-3 with that. Norbert goes huge. Now all the pressure is on ZOREE. He's ready in toilets. He's ready for this peak, but it looks like they're not even going to challenge him. Fame, oh, the timing is just perfect. And as ZOREE shut down, Yemi.
As you say, a little bit needless. The only reason I can see that aggression coming in is if they say, okay, we haven't here towards Fountain.
Let's see if it works out, because on the flank, SLOWI's able to shut down AdreN, follows forward again now, because with a few shots ringing out, Norbert's stacked down, but I think that might be all she wrote for him, as there's a swing up from Bridge, and it works perfectly. 2 quick kills now for Mo and Fame. They're nowhere near the site. They do have the bomb, but to what avail? Because as Fame goes for the timing on Con here, he's going to be picking straight into 7, but 7 comes out on top for Mo now.
Absolutely no way he's going to be clearing this hard left corner where 7's waiting and areL's ready to swing off the contact. It's not even needed. 7 finds the headshot. Retreat. I'm trying to think whether one of these teams is going to pull ahead and actually take this convincingly, or whether we're going to continue to go back and forth throughout the entirety of this map, because that's what it's been so far.
That it has.
It's a fantastic position for them to be in. It all comes down to whether Norbert clears sLowi right now, and as he doesn't, he walks in facing the wrong way. Fame's blinded by his own flash. sLowi should have been able to double down there, but he's unable to, and off of areL, he swings off the contact, and he gets eliminated too. Man advantage here for K23, and jemi has to go big. He's got the HP, but he hasn't got the timing, as Mo swings from long, and it all falls onto 7's shoulders.
Well, let's see if Stefan can do much with it. Mo's going to swing into him. He's able to get the kill, and
superstar AWPer to look out for. And so far, that's not what he's delivered. He's on 2 frags, but a nice bit of coordinated aggression here towards Connector.
Again, just working this default, playing for info, and as Norbert goes for the player jump spot, he can't quite hit him. There's areL flash forward, Fame to trade, and it puts all the pressure on ZOREE now, and I don't know how I felt about that, to be honest, Josh. ZOREE, he's good for 1. He's even able to double down from this angle. If he can find Mo as well, it's perfect. Damage is good, and they're still able to keep it at a man advantage, but they shouldn't have had to rely on ZOREE to hit that 1v2.
Well, I said that ZOREE had been struggling this game, and when he was called upon, he did deliver. He doubles his frag count, and now sLowi comes down to this duel, and as he wins it, it's pretty much round over. We see. So 5 seconds left to tick. It will be another round going to HAVU, and it'll be another round that trades back and forth.
As he backs away, but Fame's there to try and trade now, and he's not been cleared as he sits back down. Oh, he lines up these members. Good for 1. areL swift to trade. Mo to get the next set of the match. He's even able to get away at that. Now the flank comes through from Con. What good can AdreN do? Not much, as areL for trying to find Norbert back sights out. Norbert's come out on top. A beautiful shot as he doubles down as well.
Of him. And 25 seconds on this clock, no control of the C4. He will peek out short, and whilst he can do some damage onto neaLaN,
they can try and push their way forward, but for HAVU, If they win this round, it keeps it even. They try to take the series 2-0. They do so with a quick kill onto Mo. They barrel their way forward towards A. When neaLaN able to shut down the first, he tries to double down now, but with its location known. The second he swings, he's quickly killed. ZOREE finishes the job. Norbert there to trade onto one. He's even able to make it 2 onto Aerial there. ZOREE to try and swing into him to just keep it even. And as he does just that, he needs to bear in mind that his teammate right now is nowhere near him. He's ready for fame as he goes through the smoke. Leaving it almost worried about them heading towards B. And HAVU, they're really running down the clock here.
Oh, as he goes to that swing, does a lot of damage there onto ZOREE.
Players are. Eventually, Mo spots them out, so the 7 pushes his way into Con. Norbert's going to try and trade this. So for Norbert, it's a quick kill, a man advantage, and with 20 seconds left, HAVU, I can't help but think that they've run this clock down way too long. As Mo ready to duel sLowi, ready for this first man, and as sLowi finishes the job, it's down to neaLaN. 1 versus however many push this site. Good for 1, tries to hit 2, can't quite do so. 8 seconds left, this plant needs to go down now. And luckily, it does in just the nick of time. HAVU, they are cutting it damn close, but despite it being cut so fine, they still are able to come out on top. And Norbert now leading this charge. Let's see who's able to come out on top. He shows his presence on long. He's able to shut down sLowi down to the 2-on-3. Follow the regression comes through. When ZOREE falling down low, he's still able to get 1 aerial ready to try and throw onto the second, leaving AdreN in a 1 versus 2. Shifting his way forward, he's able to get to one-sided dives, but ZOREE is there to come out on top of the HAVU.
Now it to extend quite a bit further, and at such a late stage in the game, HAVU, they could be on for 14 here if they can topple this 5. And nice.
sLowi continuing to just shift his way ahead. Mo on the close angle. What can he hope to do? sLowi swings wide. There's Mo to shut him down. Aerial able to trade though. Now with a what would be just a 1-man advantage. Everyone tries to put it down to none. And well, Norbert not only does he kill Aerial, but he also gets the bomb. ZOREE trades. Sure, it's a trade, but they still don't have that bomb. As long as neaLaN is alive, they cannot get to this site. With 25 seconds left, they've run that clock down pretty damn low. When as the molly starts to land, as it starts to pressure them forward, ZOREE, he's got to try and duel neaLaN. He can't do so. It's all on jemi. 1 versus 2. Swings wide. He's got a player from behind to worry about as well. AdreN
behind them. So if K23 can beat this one too, then they are able to tie up this scoreline. But look at that peak from Mo. It's absolutely superb. The trade it should come through, but Mo's able to double down and put us into a 5-on-3. ZOREE certainly can't justify going for a swing there to try and trade it. Instead, holding up towards Party, but Mo on the angle finds himself a triple, and single-handedly he's taken this round by the reins and showing that K23 have still got life in them.
I'll tell you what, for K23, remember when we were casting against Copenhagen Flames? Mo, he was having an awful game. I think he had about 9 kills, and, well, now, a completely different player. He's here, he's on for the ace, he's dropped, I think he's on 25 now. This is a really strong performance from him, and sure, jemi, he's killing the odd teammate here or there, to what avail. Fame, he's there to finish the job. That's 11 for K23. They literally just hid from him. Like, they're being so passive right now. And as Norbert gets ready to go forward, it's a beautiful flash, it's an early advantage, and K23, now man down, have got to try and find a way to cling to this site with only 30 seconds left.
Well, HAVU, they have such strong defaults. It allows them so much leg room. And then when they go for those duels, they make sure they do so with the utility, accompanied by those flashbangs. neaLaN going for a wide swing, but he needed to be checking that closer angle. And now a 5 versus 2. And I think Fame and AdreN might just fall away from this one and hold on to those M4s. Once again, a round where that clock is run down incredibly low. Honestly, what will beat round number 26? Mo should have another sniper. And for their sake, let's hope they have more success with it, because this one has gone pretty badly.
It has, and as that bomb goes off, Fame, he'll try to save towards Khan.
And as well, they actually dropped that AWP over to Norbert, who had a slightly better spawn than Mo, just for him to go for that initial pick. That's the power that you have when you've got multiple players that are confident on that AWP. And as it doesn't come through, the AWP gets thrown back over to Mo, who can go for that later peak and win the duel. Man advantage now for K23, and at a very important time. As you say, they're on the cusp of a reset, and if they do get reset, HAVU should be able to push themselves onto map point. So as neaLaN doubles down, not quite, he does get sLowi down to 5 points of health, but the trades come through and we find ourselves in a 3-on-3.
Well, the 3-on-3, it's going to be a tough one for HAVU, considering that sLowi, he's already close to death anyway, and make that sLowi falling. Now with HAVU, they've got to hit towards B. 7, that's a beautiful trade, but Mo's there to chime in. ZOREE now 1 versus 3, a winnable scenario for him, one of which he's definitely not kind of uncopious for, but I think you may have heard the player close to him. Doesn't matter. Like, player's choice.
Well, it should be. It's got like as much potassium as like a Red Bull in it. It's like a healthy Red Bull.
I don't know if it works like that because the caffeine.
Hunting, see if he can find an opening pick, and if he can do, then they'll probably commit to this. Norbert, he's about to be caught out in rotation, and it's a great play, a beautiful fake there from Seven. It draws the rotations out, and now this A site's open for business, but with 20 seconds left, they need to hurry up with this bomb rotation, and it seems like they're going to be able to hold on to it long enough to get these digits tapped in.
Well, as that bomb goes down now, K23 with a tough retake ahead, and it's going to be a bloody tough retake, actually, with Mo. He's desperately trying to find an initial angle, but no one's peeking him. HAVU, they're being so disciplined right now, and as we get ready for this stake, there's just it's a fairly big lull. There, we're good for AdreN. There's the initial kill. On the flip side, we've got no trade, though, as Mo, he just backs away with this AWP, but I think he's realized that if he loses this AWP, he ain't getting it back. Seven on a beautiful flank up from short, though, is going to make sure that this AWP isn't saved. He does a bit of damage to Mo, but now he needs to try and kill him. And as Mo continues to barrel his way ahead, he'll fall short. And, well, again, this AWP so important for K23, as Mo, he's really been a heavy hitter for them. neaLaN, he falls. Does Mo fall as well? No, deagle player, and as neaLaN eats a bit of it, he's only going to be down to 50 HP though, so he does survive. Here's the aggression from Mo. He's good for one as he's forced to the corner though. ZOREE falls. Is there a trade for now? No, there isn't, but the aggression of Mo, or the aggression of sLowi onto Mo, is perfect. He's even able to double down.
To swing off of that first shot, which he just didn't have. Jemi,
no.
I think he's just spotted Fame's here, and as soon as Fame hits that first shot, Jemi's going to be able to trade it. Norbert needs to double down here in the toilets. He absolutely does so. And Jemi all of a sudden finds himself in a 1-on-2. There's 35 seconds on this clock. The C4, it's down, and he needs to take 2 joules. Needs to be aware there's a man behind the tree, and my goodness, that was a slow time. It's overtime or bust here for K23. It's been incredibly close, and frankly, we don't want to see it any other way. The final games here of Funspark ULTI Europe Season 1. And as we see this opening trade come through, lots of damage dealt either way. But as Seven finds the trade, AdreN finds another, but he's low on health. Another comes through from Jemi. We're trading back and forth. It's a 2-on-2, but with the smoke going down, potential for this C4 to be planted. But it's out in the open, and Mo fully blinded hits the shot. Jemi trades with a 1-dig, but he's on 2 HP. He's only got a UMP on his back. And Norbert, it all comes down to mind games right now. There's so much time on the clock that he has no idea what Jemi's got planned.
And as Norbert's just his way towards heaven, does he hard clear water? Yes, he does. Beautiful shot.
Of map point alleviated from them, and whether that allows them to come back in and go for the win, or whether that leads to a few blunders, we'll have to wait and see. But a beautiful opening shot there from Norbert gives them that man advantage. And with 35 seconds left to tick on this clock, HAVU, they need to make a decision. They've still got this flank. They've still got this lurker of sLowi over towards A long, but he can't live any longer as Mo puts a bullet in him too. And now with a 2-man advantage, make it 3, not quite. And here's the B site. It's under contention.
It's beautiful showing, and now in a 3-on-2, neaLaN is able to get that advantage from heaven as they try to push their way ahead. Mo shuts down Emmy, and for a trade, aerial onto neaLaN, that's perfect now, but he's got a player on short to worry about. Norbert there to trade, and for K23, that's their first round of OT. They take it 16-15, and for HAVU, they now need to find something somewhat.
WP of his own. He's hoping that he can be the magic answer to what is causing them so many problems. AdreN, he drops instantly, and now Fame needs to recover this, but the flashbang, it's perfect, Scremmer.
It's a really strong attack now, but once again, Mo on the flank, he's good for 1, not quite able to double down, and it feels like HAVU, they found the sweet spot on this B site, but the reason they were losing it before is because they weren't being able to get these trades effectively. Now they got the initial one, they just snowballed it from there into it.
But HAVU, that was very convincing last round. The way that they utilized those flashbangs to win all of those duels was quite incredible. But what's even more incredible is Mo's performance right now. He's on for 40. 1 kill away from it, and I'm almost certain he'll be able to achieve it. sLowi can't quite hit the 1 tap on the jump spot. And now, as the flash comes in, he actually turns it. That's very smart from sLowi. Great play from him to even out those numbers.
And he's even got Norbert there to assist him as aerial 2 is shut down into a 3-on-3. neaLaN now sitting towards pillar. Is he able to come out on top? And well, for the time being, no, he hasn't. But as HAVU, they congregate down towards B. For the 6-7, though, I think he's going to spot out Norbert. Yes, he does. Norbert going I imagine a bit needlessly aggressive there. AdreN is sure he'll push up through Monster into connecting tunnel. sLowi, he won't be ready for this, so this should be a man advantage for K23 or an equal.
No. He's fired off a shot, he's given away his position, and now with 20 seconds on this clock, having they need to walk their way towards the A site. neaLaN, he'd have been better off just hiding behind the truck, waiting for those digits to be tapped in and swinging off of that with such low time on the clock. But instead, he makes the mistake of the peak. ZOREE capitalizes, 2 kills for him this round. And as AdreN's coming in on the flank, I think he might have just been spotted. This Molotov is going to land right in his position. He's not able to push up right now, and as he's firing off the shots, he gets the HE out, but as he switches back...
Heaven. No one shows their presence though. When ZOREE, he's going to be a bit late with his attack, but I doubt he'll be spotted out. There he is. Mo finishes the job.
On K23, Norbert, he's the man that's trailing, and he's the man with the bomb as well. aerial getting aggressive around the banana, but he can't quite find the shot. Fame instead dishes him a headshot.
xseveN, I don't know why he was still shifting there, considering that he's still shifting even though he's fully blind and he knows that they're going to be swinging into him. sLowi though, sure he kills 2 members, but in a 1v5, but swings.
It's not a great start for HAVU, is it? And it's been a really funky round for K23. They've gone for all of these crazy strats that we just didn't see at all. Unless they're ready to hit this A site, and they're going to do it with full force.
Now they do. aerial now in a kind of prime position to try and hold. Flash goes down. He goes aggressive though. Shuts down one. Can't find Mo though. Mo to finish the job. Allows ZOREE to trade onto Fame. Down to a 4-on-3. This forces K23 forward. And however, it's forward towards B. jemi, he'll hear that door open. He'll deploy that molly. He'll see AdreN just run through it. And now he needs to take an aim duel with AdreN, who is looking pretty tasty at the moment. He just dances around and he's killed by neaLaN. That was jemi. He's had some issues on this site, hasn't he, Josh? And as the mollies should almost finish off neaLaN, the bullets certainly will. Now into a 3-on-2. There's going to be some more aggression from Mo. He swings behind the smoke, shuts down sLowi. ZOREE to trade, all on AdreN. He spots out the first, tries to re-aggress onto xseveN. xseveN finishes the job, and it's match points for HAVU.
Yeah, I really don't like the way jemi plays that at all. I mean, I love the way that he's on the box, trying to put his 43rd kill down on the scoreboard. And as he's jiggling this angle, he can't quite...
As the util goes flying now, aerial, he's ready to catch out a player and put it down to a 5-on-3. Norbert to lead this charge. He's called out by jemi. Trade there with xseveN onto neaLaN. And with ZOREE there to finish the job. AdreN, sure he shuts down ZOREE, but it's all silver linings. aerial puts the...
Try and steal the show as we go into this pistol. They've got 3 players with Cabar. They've got heavy amounts of utility. And look at that, punishing AdreN early for that mid-aggression quite well. But they need to make sure they win these duels. Not a single point of damage has been dealt onto HAVU just yet. As they're running down this clock further, ZOREE finds another kill. And we find ourselves in a 5-on-3. He'll swap out to that USP. Mo can dink from afar. And there we go. The secondary headshot to finish him off. A 3-man advantage now for HAVU to work with as they have crushed in on K23 from all angles. And they've won every single duel with it. Looks like Norbert tapping away here towards short. But I can't imagine he'll get anything done. Fame in CT. Can't quite connect to anything. And aerial, he finds another headshot. That might just be the final nail in the coffin here for this pistol round. Fame, he hasn't really got anything to save. It's worth him going for this. But as he does damage, he can't find the kill. And even if...
Oh, Norbert, he goes for the quick flick. Not quite able to shut down anyone, though. And how do they attempt fate by pushing back across there? And as Red shuts down jemi, here's the re-aggression. Norbert, beautiful shot to sLowi. I tell you what.
But with no loss bonus, they'll definitely be lacking a little bit, especially on jemi and sLowi. That's if K23 can take this round over the top. With aerial finding that shot, it takes a lot of damage from the duel. 7 drops from the AWP, and Fame lines up the second. Fantastic setup there towards CT, and Fame actually doubles down with the headshot.
Utility though, which does worry me a little bit, but it might be enough to go for a straight hit, which is all they might be after here.
Oh, big opening shot from sLowi. He's the only man that doesn't have that premium rifle as well. He's down to the Galil. Fast flick from ZOREE, but he flicks a little too low. Hits the leg of AdreN. They're actually going to press onto it or not. As jemi holds for this aggression in. Palace should be able to win this duel. Absolutely does. Takes a dink. That's lightning fast from Fame. But with that, a 2-man advantage and a minute on this clock, they should be able to swarm this A site.
I'm worried about how this site's going to be held as the bomb goes down in a 2-on-3, but Norbert's done a fair bit of damage. They're trying to do a bit more, but xseveN, that's a nice shot. Now Mo in a 1 versus 3. Shut them down, and with that, this will be 4. Question is at what cost? Well, not much of a cost, as Ariel shuts down Mo.
The edge. We still see this Galilin play. Jemi's the one that's holding it. A nice opening shot there from Mo. Lightning.
It doesn't matter too much, but as he pushes his way forward, we see AdreN now looking to try and take duel wherever possible. As the usual out either way, AdreN go for 1 7th trade. Ariel's get the next set of the matter, and the kills are a back and forth affair, which Jemi is left alone. And
Jemi, I've seen so much more from this player, and he's just looked a little bit off today. Nice shot onto Fame. Should actually allow him to get the bomb down. He's got so much space right now as well. With the rotations coming in, Mo's from jungle, neaLaN's all the way over in short. And I think Jemi knows this. As he flashes, jumps across, he'll spot the man, and there we go. Wide swing onto, but as neaLaN doesn't hold that diffuse, there's no time for him, surely. He's going to fall away. He's going to hope that he doesn't get caught off on the backtrack. And he will
go forwards towards Palace. And for AdreN, it's all down to timing with his peak on window. Spots out the first member. There's the kill. Untraded means that Mo on stairs now needs to be careful for the follow-up aggression. And as he's tagged down a little bit, he's actually traded out by Jemi. There's the opening that's required. Here's a push into Con. And now for HAVU, with only 35 seconds left, they need to get these kills. But Fame, he is staying alive for quite a while. Here comes the push up from Con, but it's so slow. For sLowi, it doesn't really work out. Sure, he shuts down Norbert, but he doesn't actually get the site. He doesn't help with that contribution. And for 7 now in a 1 versus 2, he'll slowly shift his way forward. He's got AdreN to worry about. He's got a player in CT to worry about as well. He goes to the time. He rings out a shot. neaLaN, he's got this a nasty knack for dodging these shots. And with the aggression going forward, he punishes it. It's
the one that hasn't got that money. He seems to be the man that's constantly demoted down to that pistol as that support player, just wanting to deploy. Could be some kind of aggression towards underpass here. Instead, he's not actually checking it. But Mo, he gets a kill elsewhere. Fantastic opening.
As Jemi pushes forward, this is going to be really tough to kind of work your way out of. And the Fame shows his position, good for 1, traded out. So now the CT member is all that's holding. Sure, ZOREE shows his position, he gives away 2. Now for AdreN, 1 versus 2, sat towards CT. The bomb's in no man's land, and HAVU, they're going to be a bit hard-pressed to get this plant. Jemi, as he swings wide, AdreN will spot him out. It's a bit of damage done to him. ZOREE picks up that bomb, though. ZOREE swings wide. He wins the 1v1.
Still lots of margin for error, and there's still lots of room for K23 to come back into. But look at this once again. That is such a lightning-fast shot from sLowi. And as he doubles down, it actually comes into a 3-on-3. Fame and neaLaN, they do work with it. As Mo misses that shot, bit uncharacteristic from him. It does allow HAVU out here onto the A site, and he's not expecting ZOREE to be on Tetris. That's huge.
That he is. For neaLaN, as he gets ready to peek through the initial member, it's down to ZOREE who he challenges, but in Con, he's still a player down. However, Norbert, that's some aggression. Shuts down 2. ZOREE trades onto neaLaN, puts it down into a 1v1. He deploys that flash. That'll allow him to get a bit aggressive. Norbert flashed off the angle, is forced back down from CT, and as he just teases a peek forward, he's able to come out on top. And that 3K...
get down and get that aggression in. This time, sLowi, somewhat anticipating it, but timing, it doesn't bless him. He still wins the duel regardless, but takes a lot of damage from it. As ZOREE takes out Norbert, it seems like they're all falling like flies here. Mo can't hit the flick. Potentially on the board here, as long as they don't let this one slip. In K23, they'll have no money left in the bank. We could be on for a 10-5, maybe even an 11-4 half here. And it really fell down to this round, just crumbling.
Well, Fame, last man left standing in a 1 versus 5. What can he hope to do? Well, as he goes down into CT, he's got players all around him to worry about, and as damage is being done, he's being forced back, and frankly, he's just got to cower, wait, and pray he can save the FAMAS. That he can't. HAVU, they now... the driver's seat,
they're looking very confident, and going into this 15th, despite the fact that K23 have got money and they've got a double sniper setup, they've not got much utility. Oh.
Well, there's a bit of damage done either way, though, and with a man advantage, HAVU now, they've got to make up for it. They make a bit of noise towards mid, they make a bit of noise towards under, just to try and draw the attention away from one another. And ZOREE swings wide, it's neaLaN to shut him down. Follow-up from xseveN's good. Fame to finish the job, though, thrusts us into a 2-on-2. The swing from A, though, it's good from Jemi. Fame falls, flash goes forward, forces neaLaN to try and duel both window and Con at the same time, and 40 seconds left. I think K23 are going to be in a lot of trouble. That being said, though, neaLaN onto sLowi, puts Jemi in a 1 versus 1. Molly goes down. neaLaN, he's got a smoke for it. Took him a while to deploy it, but he does anyway. Jemi taking a bit of almost fadeaway damage there as he's got to swing straight into neaLaN. Can't quite do so. He can, and looks like he might be able to get to the other side of it. The flashes go high, which should buy him a bit of time, and as Norba goes to the other side of this, deletes sLowi there, down into a 5-on-4, goes to the plant, and just like that, I think K23 are going to be able to make it 6. Oh, ZOREE swift on the retake though. Norba to trade through the smoke, but trading toward a veil. It stinks down onto the HAVU members, and 7 now, the only man left standing. 1 versus 4. And just like that, K23, they show they still have a chance here.
With that pistol round, we're very careful as this B rush comes in.
That it does. sLowi, he's going to try and join jemi to try and help on the defense, but the flashes are just perfect. He gets 1, flashes continues to go out though. Mo to trade again, puts it into a 4-on-3. Scopes in, Mo takes a bit of damage though, down to a 2-on-2, and with low HP on a
Rolls away. The barrel, I think it's just been spotted. AdreN knows that he can just hold this angle now. He's at a huge advantage, and there we go. Crouched under the scope, will win the fight, and now it all falls onto aerial. The 2 versus 1. AdreN, he's super low on health, but he's negated it by picking up that sniper. And aerial dancing around, knows that he should be in the window, wins the first fight. Now the 1-on-1. Aerial knows that he's somewhere on this site, but he's not fully aware of where it is just yet. Crosshair in the right position, but Fame's quicker to the trigger. HAVU will take advantage of it, and they will start to take the reins once again. Norbert, beautiful opening pick, and
7. He can't really delay them in con for much longer.
Oh, beautiful shot from aerial though. Back into a 4-on-4, and now some pressure applied from top mid. Look at that clock. There's 20 seconds left on it. And as long as sLowi can stay alive here, he should be able to stop this plant. Unable to do so as neaLaN hits a key shot. And now Mo needs to double down with this AWP. Good for 1. Can't trade on the second. ZOREE's there to get the 2K. And HAVU, they turn it around just before K23 can take the lead. HAVU extend it just that little bit further.
ZOREE, he delivers HAVU first, but
in the Funspark ULTI Europe Season 1. Remember, folks, this is the semi-finals, and we're drawing close to the end of the second map.
I'm more than happy to try and punish this, and he just needs to have the patience and the goal to hold, but the timing is just heartbreaking. Norbert shuts down the first member. Now aerial from underbout, good for 1, tries to double down, able to do just that, shuts down neaLaN as well, and now it's 1 member left from K23. sLowi, he's also able to chime in. Aerial is going to have to swing into Fame, who knows where he is, but he still wins the aim duel. A beautiful round from Aerial.
What at best will be pistols in the next. sLowi, this is a ballsy play, going right through the flames. It doesn't merit him any kills, and aerial single-handedly aggressive.
Bit of quiet from this side as Norbert now looking to swing his con. He'll be swinging alongside sLowi. sLowi though, that's the collateral, and that's exactly what's needed by HAVU to provide them with the equalizer. And now a 3-on-3. jemi now towards CT. It's AdreN shut down ZOREE, putting all the pressure onto jemi. He falls now. xseveN, what can he hope to do? Fame spotted out. Fame to fall. The bomb's still in possession of K23. Means that we should see a very quick push towards B. However, as they push it from short, they take the fight. They come out on top. K23.
Control, and ZOREE missing his shots as well. These AWPs, they need to capitalize on these initial firefights, and they're not winning them.
Well, 7, he's good for 1. He jumps into the smoke. Mo's able to no-scope him to trade, though. Now ZOREE, can he start hitting his shots? Yes, he can. He's good for 1. He's going to try and double up as well. Change him. It's actually aerial's challenge him. And for AdreN, does he find the conversion? Yes, he does. Aerial falls. That gives the game away. And as K23 bomb their way towards B, they've got 45 seconds to play with. The ZOREE scoped in. He's ready for the first member. Misses the shot, though. AdreN punishes. And now jemi, the last one left standing. What on earth has happened, Josh?
This has fallen apart. This has completely fallen apart. And now jemi is called upon once again here. But there's no kit in hand here for jemi. And I think he is just going to have to make the tough call to fall back and save. He goes for a secondary peek to swap out to this AWP so that he can fall away with it. It's got to be a little bit tilting that he actually found the kill on that secondary peek. But there's no time on that bomb regardless. So he'll fall away with that sniper. Most likely drop it over to ZOREE in this next round. But it'll allow K23 on to...
It'll be heard by sLowi. The nade is pretty damn good. Bit of damage done onto them. The M4 doesn't ring true. jemi certainly does. sLowi there for another follow-up push goes through. There's no trade yet, but Norbert hitting to sLowi is definitely going to do that damage. 7, he's able to join his teammate in time, but not before he shuts down Norbert. Down to a 4-on-2 now. Mo, he's still in and out, so unfortunately neaLaN, he's already dropped down to a short. He needs to try and capitalize. ZOREE ready to flank as well, but so much pressure onto these members to try and hold. Forced forward. 7 does a bit of damage. neaLaN rings true from short, though. Mo now drops out from his position in apps. I meant to say Mo there, I apologise. And the swing goes wide. jemi good for 1. Trades back and forth. neaLaN finished off by aerial. Provides HAVU with a force. Simultaneously hits series points. For now, we're going to see a bit of aggression out from Palace. Fame good for one ZOREE to trade. Aggression, though, from Jemi, and he didn't need to go aggressive there. He did not need to push, and because of that, we now see K23, they get to this site. I'll tell you what, Josh, I think that's decided it.
It may have, yep. You look at these kills, there's no real chance here for Aerial. It is going to go 14-14. If Aerial can hold on to this sniper, then there's something to work with in this next, but there's not going to be an investment around it for sure. And he's being pressured as well. They are hunting for him. They don't want him to have this AWP into the next. That is a nuts flick. Incredible shot. Still 2 members coming his way. And actually, all of the damage that he's doing here, very impactful, but he can't do any more of it. Norbert.
Just out of interest, what's who's the IGL for HAVU? Oh, I assume it's Jemi, right?
Yes, it's sLowi.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, for now, HAVU, as they make their way forward, it's going to be a mad advantage, but neaLaN, that's a beautiful
as well to cut off Norbert in rotation. And as that jump spot comes through, they're going to get the information. Seven gets that kill, and they can start this rotation. And Jemi doubles down. A massive play from him, and it all falls onto Mo. A 1-on-3. He's been incredible throughout this series, but I don't think he can pull this one off. And the answer is he had to today. We saw it on Overpass as well. What team are going to be able to pull ahead? If HAVU can take 2 rounds here on their CT side, I can't help but feel it gives them a massive advantage. But K23 get off to a good start with Fame finding that headshot.
That being said, though, Norbert's tagged down pretty low in the process. Aerial, he's been the man to really watch out for here. And as K23 go for the Palace dive, Aerial, is he ready for them? He hears him go down the ladder. Fame's able to come out on top. But xseveN, can he trade? As he'll try to capitalize, he does that. Good for 2. Looks to make it 3. Hits it 3. Now down for Norbert and Mo with a 2 versus 3. Follow-up aggression goes through. It's cancelled now.
In. I thought it might just finish off Jemi, but instead the smoke gets deployed just before that Molotov lands, which means that it can't actually do any damage. And as he goes for the repeat, sLowi eliminates him.
He goes aggressive towards top mid. Sure, the flash keeps him at bay for the time being, but it's only fleeting, and as the follow-up aggression goes through, Norbert falls. It's a bad advantage for HAVU. Right now, sLowi on the closest angle. The AWP has been spotted out towards short. Jemi spots out 2 members. He calls for his teammate. Now neaLaN falls. Follow-up push goes through. There's going to be a trade any second now, but sLowi, he's ready for the attack. AdreN from Abs is able to finish the job, puts it down into a 3-on-2. But so ZOREE's alive, he's in a perfect spot. So Jemi's alive, he's in a perfect spot. 10 seconds left. AdreN tries to trade. He's able to do just that now, but the bomb's taken down by xseveN. With 6 seconds left, there's not enough time. xseveN hits the 2K. AdreN tries to survive, but for what? To what availed? For what matter? HAVU.
Auto sniper, and I don't think it's for fun. I think he really fancies getting some kills here with this weapon. Seven challenges the AWP towards middle, wins the fight against Fame, and look at this relentless aggression. Aerial, whilst he's able to do damage, he can't find the second. And we do find ourselves in a 4-on-4, even playing field here, but a massive round if HAVU can take it.
For now, AdreN low HP. It's going to be down to Norbert to aggress though. sLowi loses his head. What's the response? Well, the AG actually aggresses towards under, but with the shutting down 7, it falls down to Jemi and ZOREE in a 2-on-4. A losable situation by no stretch of the imagination. And it's auto sniper. Well, we rarely see one nowadays, but I tell you what, let's see if we hear that rhythmic thumping echo around Mirage. And well, that's why we rarely see it. The crosshairs in the right place, but the bullets clearly aren't. It's Norbert's finished.
It's in the smoke and actually boosts his teammate up into ladder room. This is interesting, and it should merit them the first kill. That's fantastic.
Everyone else going to try and tease a peek, but he too falls. It's a beautiful round by Mo there. And as sLowi, sure, he's able to shut down another. 7 does the same. Now Norbert needs to go huge, but with neaLaN there to support him, it's all down as a sLowi. Norbert finishes the job, and these AWPs
pays off for them.
Norbert, this is a bit of a wacky boost as well. Flashed off the angle, misses the shot though, and now he's caught in a corner. He shuts down sLowi. ZOREE's there
for 7 to peek, but look at this timing. It all comes down to what he's facing as these nades come in, and there we go, the smoke top connector. He diverts his attention elsewhere, and that's 7's cue to peek just before it pops. The auto sniper, it can't do anything again. Stop buying them, they're terrible. As 7 finds another onto Mo and HAVU, they should be able to confirm and secure map points here on Mirage. AdreN, a 1 versus 4 to pull off, and whilst he can find the first, he spots out the second. As he starts to fall away, he doesn't even spot 7. He spotted himself, and as he peeks in, 7's going to tear his head off. HAVU, that's is not going to get you very far in those high-pressure situations in that grand finals. AdreN jumps up onto the box, a beautiful off-angle there. He actually pre-fires. That gives away that he is getting aggressive here, and he's going to be bombarded with grenades. As he falls back, Mo finds another towards mid, and K23, they're making this work. I think we're going to double OT.
As Fame sits above the smoke, he shuts down Jemi as well. Aerial now ready to peek his way forward, and I think for double OT, let's see who comes out on top. Aerial ready to just dive through the smoke. Flashes go down. Here's the attack, and well, Fame, he's still able to get away. Eventually, he's shut down. Aggression towards triple shut down by Aerial as well. Do they expect the default player of AdreN? Why would they? But they molly under. They don't molly AdreN. So with him ready to peek up, he's going to just dance onto the other side of this smoke. And unless Aerial hits a freakishly quick shot, there's no way he comes out on top. But actually, he does. He makes it forward. So Norbert, it's all down to neaLaN, 1 versus 2, and now on stairs, what on earth has happened? The molly shots down Aerial, 1 ticking down, ZOREE on the close angle, continues to miss shots, switches to the clock for a moment there, continues to peek around the corner.